Alright, now what I want to do is look at the rebar for a second. So I'm going to turn on the rebar layer. And eventually what we're going to have to do is make a low-res representation of the rebar. So I thought it would be best to have that available right now and then automatically have it associated with the high-res rebar. This way they go hand in hand. Anywhere I put one automatically goes with it. So I'll show you. Let's go to edit mode, let's go to face and go to the top. Control E to extrude. Control E to extrude. I went to face down here with that. And then I'll go over here and go to add modifier multi-res and hit subdivide. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is just hit apply. This is essentially all I want really as far as the height and width goes. Okay, so I'm going to shrink this down, put it over here next to the rebar, and get it near about the size of it. Maybe right about there. Can't hurt to go a little further out. And I'm just going to make a big long pole that encompasses the rebar. One on the keyboard will go into the front view, and this will go into wireframe. And then you go in here and really tailor this out. Okay, so I jumped into edit mode, and I want this to kind of stick right above it like that, and again at the top just like that too. So they're technically in just a little bit further. Okay, then I'm going to destroy the cap. So delete X on the keyboard, faces. X, faces. So essentially what I have here is this. And if I zoom around, it looks like just an average pole, but on the inside is a very high-res model. Okay, so what I want to do here is take both these models, and for right now, I'm going to have to duplicate these. Shift D. Okay. I want a backup copy. I don't want to screw up the original. And it looks to me like these need to be sized down quite a bit. Okay, so I'm just going to stick these in here, just kind of like that. Shift D. Shift D. And you can rotate these just a little bit. But before you rotate it, you should always make a backup copy of it. So in this case, I'll undo that so I can get it back into selection mode. Object mode. Yes, once you unhighlight this, it becomes a really hard thing to highlight back. Just know that since there are two models involved here, you have to grab it just right. I'm just going to rotate that a little bit. W on the keyboard. Move that. And I want to use this sparingly. I don't want to have it holier than now covered with rebar. If I need to put these faces in a little bit to represent the rebar better, I will do that. So here, let's go back to the cube cement block. And you can see I'm at a preview of 4. If I go back to sculpt mode, I'll go up really high. So I'm going to go down on sculpt mode a little bit, and I'm going to take my mover brush or my F grab, and I'm going to F grab these and push them in just a little bit. Okay, so this will make a really big hole, and this will represent my rebar just a little bit better. Okay, so there we go. Now if I climb back up, it should match the high res. Okay, I see maybe one more area I want to put that in. So I'm just duplicating that. And getting it around front and putting it over here. There we go. Alright, now that we have the rebar in place, what we're going to do now is put some of that fencing in. But we need to know how to do the low res and high res for it also. Alright, that's in the next video.